Michael here, and in this video journal I'll start working on installing the bracing on the 3-piece back that I put together in the last video journal. Keep watching. Well, I have my back ready for the next step. It's ready to be braced, and I've got to get the braces made first. I have my back braces prepared for the 3 backs that I'm going to be working on. Now that I've got all these braces cut and smoothed down, they're 5/8 of an inch by 5/16 of an inch. And this is enough for 3 backs. Next thing I really need to do is just to go ahead and mark my center lines on the braces, and then the braces are going to have a 15-foot radius on them. I'll go ahead and mark the radius on each one of the braces, and then hog off some of the larger amounts on the sander, and then I'll take them over to a radius dish and fine sand them. Okay, I've got my radius marked on the bottom of my braces, and I'm going to go ahead and hog off the majority of it with the drum sander here. Here's my 3-piece walnut back, and I have my braces cut and I have put an arch on the bottom of them. Now I need to go ahead and fine tune that arch on the bottom. I need to sand them on my radius dish in the approximate position that they're going to be on the back. And this is just a little measuring stick that I've used to locate my heel block, my tail block, and the position of each one of the braces. So my number 1 brace needs to be sanded somewhere in this location. My number 4 brace. So that's basically the position that the braces are going to be on when I glue them to the back. Now all I have to do now is to go ahead and fine tune this 15-foot radius by simply holding it and sanding it down. Well, I have all of my braces for the back builds down, and I'm going to go ahead and start installing them on the backs. Since my 3-piece back has its seam reinforcement bracing at an angle, I need to be able to figure out how to get my braces parallel. So I've got a little template first off that I will put here on the center line. And then I've taken a sliding bevel and pushed it up against one of the back braces. And then simply placed a straight edge along the template, and then using a square, I've managed to get the proper angle here on my sliding bevel. Now that I know where the brace locations are going to be, I've just placed a little temporary mark on each of the 4 brace locations. Now I need to start cutting the slots. And then I can just take my sliding bevel and slide it up to where it's supposed to be. And now I can go ahead and make my saw cuts, and they'll be parallel. With my first cut made all the way across, I need to go ahead and mark the depth or the width of my brace. Just right to the front edge of that little bitty thin knife curve. Okay, and then mark the back side. Now I want to cut this back side right and I want to leave the line. I want to be able to see the line after I make my cut. I've got my slots cleaned out and the brace is arched on the bottom. I'm just going to turn it over since it's on a flat surface right now just to check my fit. Now I need to go ahead and just cut the slots, spaces for the rest of the braces. Okay, there's brace number 2. Okay, and I'm just going to continue on this process until I get them all done. Well, I have all my back braces arched to the 15-foot radius on the bottom, and I fitted them to the back. But before I go ahead and start gluing them on, I want to go ahead and take some of this material off of each end because I'm going to have to carve them down later. Just saves me some time later on. Okay, 1 cut down, 4 more to go for this back anyway. Well, I have my braces ready to glue on the back. Now I just need to do a check to see if I've got a good fit between the bottom of the brace and the back. And with my little feeler gauge, I'm just going to go around the bottom of the brace to make sure I'm getting good contact with the back. Okay, now I can start gluing things on. Well, I'm ready to start gluing on the braces as soon as Gracie moves out of the way. I'll start with my number 2 and work my way back, and then I'll do that one on the other side there. Well, the braces have been glued on the back and they've dried overnight. I didn't have a chance to get to them yesterday, so now it's just time to go ahead and take all the go bars off and work on the next one. Well, I've just taken the go bars off braces. Now the braces are glued onto the back of the 3-piece walnut, and that's what she looks like. The next thing I need to do is do a little carving on the braces, get them ready for their next step. So one of the first things I want to do is put a center line down each one of these braces. Well, that concludes this video journal on the 3-piece back bracing. Next time I'll start working on the top. If you enjoy my content and would like to help support the channel, there's a link down below where you can buy me a coffee. And thank y'all so much for watching.